I wanted to talk a little bit too about the sort of this scale that you're going to work at. So when you're dealing with clients now, the power of one is obviously this full scale, this full suite. Now, is there still a lot of work being in that sort of that integration part, partial automation, partial censoring? Like where does it sort of land? Or I actually I wanted to switch over to something first. The legacy systems, people that have there's an operator, they have a certain setup now. What happens there when you're coming into a fully operational mine? Are you integrating, or are they replacing? Do they have to replace some equipment? What is sort of the system in those types of cases?
Yeah, I get every mine's unique, right? And every challenge is unique. Um, Certainly, if they've got solutions, we want to look at creating that ecosystem and adding to that ecosystem if it makes sense. If we have the technology and the process and that is easier and the overall value prop is better, then yeah, we can replace. And we're seeing that on a number of mines at the moment where the message of Power of One, I guess we launched this at Mine Expo last year. And yeah, it's resonated really, really well. We have some phone calls that coming through our door we never thought we'd have. So it's been unbelievably well received, and I think that's from top to bottom, from executive C-level all the way down to the truck drivers themselves. So.
Is there some sort of examples of just going back to that thing of sort of these replacing the legacy systems? Are there some examples that sort of stand out to you as where Hexagon has come in and is sort of integrated in and be able to replace some of these, essentially the legacy system they've had in place?
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, we're doing a big push at the moment down in South America. I won't name names on here, but we are definitely coming in and looking to shake up the industry on what these technologies can do. So that comes with challenges, and I think the other piece of the Power of One that is probably just as critical as the technology is the partnership piece that comes with this. And the only way that you can either introduce technology from the ground up as a greenfield, or go in and replace legacy products on board and integrate with things, is by truly understanding what the client's objectives are, what their pain points are, how we can help them do and make their lives better. And I think that's a strong area that we continue to grow in and work in, is how do we really partner up with the industry and put our hands up when we do things wrong and be accountable to it, but at the same time sharing the success when we actually get it right.
How does that work when you bring a technology in to an operating mine and now you're getting that fee? Like does it come in 90% ready? Is it 100% ready? What are your expectations of the integration? Are you're sort of anticipating and putting time there for new developments that are going to come based on the demands, or is that part of it?
When we go to a site, I mean, obviously we'll have different release stages. So we'll have beta sites, and thank you to all the sites out there that enable us to do that. But because you can't truly test anything until you actually get it in the hands of people, operators, right? But I think we take product that's out that's ready. So there's certain structures and APIs and things like that for integration purposes that we can handle. And yes, we'll scope that out. We need to understand it clearly and articulate what we need to do, and work with the customer for them to understand that as well. And before we get on site, that's where I'd like to actually have all of that nutted out and worked out. But obviously sometimes there's spanners that get thrown in the works every now and then, and you've got to be agile and work with our clients and our customers on what they're needing. But I like to use the analogy that we are configuration over customization. And I think that's a scalable approach to being able to deliver solutions in the industry that can grow not just from today but right into the future.